here with another video, and today what I'm going to be doing is I'm showing you like how to W tap, or a lot of you do but maybe you suck at it. I'm going to give you tips on how to improve it. Before I begin this video, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. Turn bell notifications on. I give you more PvP tips each time I make a video, or it's a server review or whatever. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so right now we're in the server called Legend Practice. This is a really good server. They released their season 2. The server has good game modes for low-end devices and high-end devices, so the maps are specifically created for different device types. The developers and the owner, its fighters, did an amazing job with the server. It's a clan server, but still there's a lot of sweats, so if you fight good people on here, you will really improve your PvP. But we're here to teach you how to W tap. As a matter of fact, we're gonna get started right here in FFA, and we're gonna go to resistance. Now we're on a resistance mode. So imagine if you just run at your opponent and you stop midway and you just hit them. That's a single tap. But what if you ran at them at a full pace and you did that? Did you see how much more knockback you got versus this with this? So basically, if you were to do this in a repetition, it would look something like this, right? And you use that to develop into a combo. For now, what you want to do is W tapping is resetting your sprint every time you hit someone. Activated, you have to refresh it every time, because maybe once you hit somebody and once they hit you, you stop sprinting. You want to sprint while straight lining. Don't W tap when you're in combat with somebody or you're in an awkward direction. You want to be as straight as possible when you do this. These are basically basic mechanics of W tapping. So basically, there's two types of W tapping. There's one where you spam the forward button like this, so it look like this. This is really efficient, and it really helps you start a combo, you know what I mean, W tapping. And it really depends on the server's KB also, how high your opponent is gonna go. So for example, if I were to keep doing this, right, this helps, but I can only do it for a specific amount of time. So an easier way of W tapping is to literally just time it, alright? So you W tap when your opponent is out of your reach, so you can hold a longer combo. So basically like this. So W tapping helps you stay as close to your opponent as possible. It won't be far away from you. For example, like so something like that, right? The way you want to time it, every 2 seconds or 3 seconds, refresh your sprint. So 1, 2, 3, refresh it like that, and you can hold a longer combo. So that's basically like this guy is hitting you, right? And you're trying to W tap and you keep missing. You gotta work on your movement first. So in order to do this, easily just circle strafe, and then you want to come to a point, you want to get in front of him, right, where you can get into a good position. And then once you circle strafe them, then you go for the W tap. When you're in combat, don't just like W tap like this, one that will lack your movement, okay? First, you want to be the one that has the chain in the combo. So what I mean by that is you want to be the one that has that chain locked in. Once you have this chain locked in, then you just W tap all the way, you know what I'm saying? I'm not good with combos, but that's basically how you W tap. If you gotta find the right amount of time that's comfortable for you, right? Some people W tap, some people don't. Only W tap when you straight line. You don't try to W tap when you're in an awkward direction, when you're trying to hit somebody, Because like if I try to W tap him, I'm right here, that's gonna end up out of boundary, meaning I'm not gonna have a good amount of reach to keep that combo. I recommend you go for one long stride, right? Hold that for like 2 seconds. Or sometimes when you have to reset, you have to double tap in order to reset. So instead of this, do that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you W tap, the basics of it, the timing for it, and everything else. It doesn't matter what direction you're in. W taps especially help when you're looking up like this, so it depends what your angle is when you're looking up. So for example, this, okay, yeah, this is fine, but what if I had it like this? You know what I mean? That gives you more room to do whatever. CPS does not really matter according to my research. I'll have a separate video on that explaining it into further detail. I wanna get you guys thinking about when we use W tap. We use W tap for duel, Skywars, sumo. There's a lot of game modes. Your sprint button may react different ways in different servers. For example, in the Hive, you cannot W tap, and I just hopped on Versai. So Versai has pretty much the same amount of W taps, but the only thing that's different is that the knockback is set different here. So remember that W taps will not result in the same amount of knockback for every single server, because every single server has their own custom knockback. Legend server has beautiful knockback. I'm not saying Versai's knockback is trash or anything, but Versai's knockback, it's not that high. What you want to do, right? So I just came on Versai just to show you the KPs, right? So you saw Legends KB, right? So what happens if we W tap on a different server? See, look at this. Do you see the KB it's set to? Not all servers will have the same amount of KB, so don't be upset if he doesn't go high, okay? Because some of you guys don't know that KB is different on different servers. Spamming this combined with holding it gives you more power in your W tap and W tap. That's why W tap is so efficient. Sumo is a great way to practice W taps because it's basically resistance, but you just gotta knock the opponent off. So Sumo prepares you for Skywars. You have to really know how to W tap. It's all about your movement and position in order to get a good W tap. You want to make sure you're not just doing that, right? Like that. I'm just going to be showing you the difference between when you don't W tap and when you do in Hyperlands Sumo. So hope you guys enjoy. I hope you'll enjoy that video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and like for more PvP tutorials coming your way, more server reviews. They're just going to be interesting tutorials, server reviews, you know what I'm saying. And you know what, thank you to all of you guys who've been supporting me on this journey for 5K. I appreciate it. I'll shout out more people in the future, but for now, I'm just going to take a big rest and